Hello, leader. Giving bonuses is always a big topic in the Leadership Lab, so I thought it would be worthwhile for you to hear how my clients work through the why, when, and how they give a bonus to their team members. Should bonuses be based on years of service or a work anniversary, or should they be based strictly on performance? Should everyone get a bonus, or only people who hit their targets? Should everyone know about what bonuses are being shared? Oh, so many great things to talk about when it comes to giving out rewards to your team members. Welcome to the Stacking Your Team podcast. There's no doubt about it. You are in the right place because this show is all about expanding your leadership and team impact through proven tools and strategies that work well for you, that service-based small business owner. You don't have an in-house training and development department, venture capital, or a pool table in the cafeteria, and many of you likely have a remote team. But one thing is clear, you're wanting to improve how you lead your team. So welcome. I'm your host, Shelley Warren, coming to you from behind the mic in Canada, where I share proven practical tools and coaching designed to save you time, boost your confidence, and improve your effectiveness to lead. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome back to the podcast. Let's start our conversation today with a reminder that the team that got you here may not be the team that will get you there. For those of you who've just found me, you can expect a new episode each Tuesday. So depending on where you're tuning in, including YouTube, go ahead and hit the check mark, the plus sign, or the bell so that you are subscribed and a new episode will be served up to you every Tuesday. And for our long-standing listeners, I appreciate your loyalty so much. If you haven't rated or reviewed the show, please do. It would mean the world to me if you'd write a review. It helps the show get more exposure. We're inching towards 500,000 downloads, but I'm shocked at how little ratings and reviews there are. It's such a bummer. I love to give out shout-outs on the air to you, and it's very motivating to me to hear from you. Sharing the show or even one episode helps. You see, podcasters grow one new listener at a time. And did you notice that now that Stacking Your Team is my own company, we've been serving up some free resources for you on specific episodes. If you missed them, you can get all the freebies over at the new website, stackingyourteam.com, and you'll see the resources tab. You know, our goal is to help you be the leader your team needs you to be. So get on over there and grab them. Rewarding your team members is absolutely a key part of your retention strategy. And some of you have even incorporated bonuses for your hiring process. Which reminds me, have you downloaded your free guide yet? Why not? We created a 15-page guide for small business owners to help you position yourself really well as your candidate's next best career opportunity. It's going to make a world of difference for you when you adopt those hiring strategies. And by the way, your team can execute these on behalf of the business. It doesn't have to be you to bring these practical and on-trend strategies to life. In the guide, I encourage you to get your team involved big time. You can click the link in the episode description or head on over to the website at stackingyourteam.com/resources and get yours. You know, my clients in the Leadership Lab programs have established service-based businesses, and they continue to grow the business themselves and, of course, their teams. So compensation is often on the table to talk about. We dive into salaries, perks, raises, hiring bonuses, and general bonuses that can happen annually or at key milestone moments, such as a big project is completed, or a whale of an account just got landed, or a revenue target was just crushed. The challenges that my clients face is when they feel it's necessary to give out a bonus. Then we dive into when to give them out. And then the juiciest part of it all is how much. Now, many clients have set up drumbeats for preparing for bonuses using set criteria that help them to make data-driven decisions rather than the emotional ones. And that's always smart. So let's start this conversation off by going back to basics. Now, we're not talking about cost of living raises, or you may refer to them as cost of living adjustments, which the government of your state, province, or territory will announce each year. Your HR resource or employment lawyer or CPA can help you decide how you will respond each year. We're also not going to chat today about profit sharing, although we do talk a lot about profit sharing and cost of living adjustments in the Leadership Lab too. Now, today, let's focus on bonuses and also recognize that you're not in corporate. You're not running a business that is flush with venture capital and a bank that is a key stakeholder. What you do have is the freedom to make decisions and the ability to put a process in place to maintain it. At the same time, this process can justify your decisions to your CPA, your leadership team, and your extended team. Okay, let's get aligned on this definition from Google. In workplace settings, a bonus is a type of additional compensation an employer gives to an employee that complements their base salary or pay. A company may use bonuses to reward achievements, to show gratitude to employees who meet longevity milestones, or to entice not yet employees to join a company ranks. Agree? Well, in comparison, here's my stacking your team definition of a bonus. Small business owners delight in knowing that they can choose to reward their team members with a bonus to recognize key results and achievements met. A bonus can be in the form of cash, electronics, a paid day off, or cover the cost of an item or an experience that a team member or their family would appreciate. Now, I might be biased, but I like my definition better because it feels relatable and it shows the business owner's connection to the people who form her team. In the corporate world, bonuses can include stock, vehicles, paid vacations, or extra vacation weeks. But you are a small business owner, so those ideas are likely out the window. But don't worry, here are some practical bonus ideas that you could plan for and provide. A former one-to-one client of mine provides monthly housekeeping services to her lead attorney. This lead attorney has small children and is a rainmaker for the law firm. So the CEO wants to ensure clutter, both the actual clutter in her home and the clutter that can accumulate in her mind, is eliminated regularly. That same CEO is known for covering the cost of meal delivery services as a thank you during peak client work periods for the attorneys working on large projects. She gets it. The more she can make life easier at home, the better they will feel. After all, energy matters, especially when the tasks being delivered are complex. Now, you could do the same for your team members who are leading a launch, delivering a massive cost-saving project, or opening up another location. So how about these ideas that would not only create assets for your business, but also help your team members out at work? Upgraded computer monitors, laptops, phones, or earbuds. Upgraded uniforms and footwear. Upgraded headshots, including the Glam Squad. Parking or transportation monthly passes. Improvements to the kitchenette. Not quite ready for those kind of bonuses? Well, here's a few more other ideas. Gift certificates for things or experiences. Gym, health, or fitness programs, or spa memberships. A group bonus can also be provided, such as tickets to a final game, a concert, a local attraction, or funds in support of a local cause on behalf of your team or the individual who has a personal passion for the cause. And of course, cash is queen. So let's talk about money. First up, improvements to your compensation plan should always be performance-based. Too many corporations and small business owners link years of service or work anniversaries as the milestone marker for a raise or a bonus. Now, don't get me wrong, work anniversary recognition programs are fabulous, and these moments should not go unnoticed. but bonuses should not be linked solely to them. If you use this strategy, people will undoubtedly expect some sort of amount of money every year, regardless of their performance. Now, is that what you want? No, I don't think so. That kind of strategy leads directly to entitlement. Coupled with this, and this is not a surprise to any of my clients as I teach this and hold them accountable to it each year, is that compensation reviews and performance reviews are two separate activities that require preparation and are done separately to teach your team members that just because they got a positive performance review for the year does not mean that it's going to come with a raise or a bonus. We need to help our team members realize that performance counts all year long with ongoing feedback that we provide them, and improvements to their compensation comes once a year. And it's a different time of the year because it's based on what the business can afford to do. If you adopt that strategy of separating your performance reviews from your compensation reviews with set drum beats, meaning you select a time of the year, a separate time of the year that both of those activities will happen, people will stop asking you for a raise because they will know when the compensation decisions are being made. But I digress. We want bonuses to be directly linked to performance, and it's better when there are clear criteria mapped out in advance, not on the fly. Here are some ideas for you to consider as you pull together what your criteria would be for the type of business you own and the revenue and profit results you have. Only team members who have met the criteria would receive a bonus. Your bonus program should be easy to calculate and easy to administer so that you feel great about doing the prep for it. You'd also want to simplify your financials by deciding the drumbeats of your bonus plan. As you can imagine, giving out monthly bonuses would add a lot of complexity versus quarterly. You could also calculate your bonuses regularly, but distribute them at the start of each year. And bonus checks or bank deposits should have all applicable tax deductions removed for your tax records. Check with your CPA on those guidelines. Now, you can create a bonus incentive for the entire team linked to a specific deliverable or KPI, whereby if the key performance indicator is reached, the entire team receives the bonus. Now, the watch out here is that you would have a leader and a process in place to ensure that all members of the team contribute at a high level towards the goal, or else you know that those types of activities can absolutely affect your team culture when you have one or two people on the team that are not giving it their all and everyone else is picking up the slack, but then everybody gets the bonus, right? That's not what you want to have happen. Now, another point to consider is that as the CEO of your business, you can offer discretionary bonuses and even guarantee a bonus. It's up to you. And as the leader, you would want to create an atmosphere of celebration, achievement, and acknowledgement when distributing your bonuses. Albeit, you may choose to keep those discretionary bonuses private between you and the individual. So we've talked about why, when, and how. Let's dive into how much of a bonus you should give. Bonuses can be a set amount or sliding scale based on these: a percentage of salary or a flat rate payment, a percentage of new sales or a percentage of the sales plus a step change in people's performance. So there's specific expectations that you set and that they've been able to follow through on them. You could also use a percentage of gross profit of their sales or a percentage of the value of an invoice that was brought in and paid. You could also split out your gross profit. So meaning 25-75, meaning the team member would get 25. So let's talk a little bit more about percentages. Now, most team members would appreciate at least 10 to 15%. And you could wow them if it's 20% of the total incentive portion of their pay. Now, anything inching up to 20% of their salary would be significant for them and for most small businesses to manage for sure. But less than 10% of their salary likely will not incentivize them to maintain this level of contribution and the performance behaviors. Now, a holiday bonus at 1 to 5% would be a great time to use a percentage of their salary as your plan, and it would be appreciated as it helps with holiday expenditures. But the watch out here is that team members can become overly reliant on this bonus and then be stunned if the business can't provide it any specific year. It's also very common for the bonus to be a flat dollar amount. So if they make or exceed a goal, then they would get a bonus dollar amount. Now, flat dollar amounts are often embraced more easily by team members rather than the percentage of their salary plan. And I want to encourage you to also calculate percentages of sales or profit for a specific bonus when you want to acknowledge a team member who has significantly impacted that result. So a percentage of the sales or the profit as a base, and then you would choose what the flat dollar amount would be. So for example, if the project brought in an additional $10,000 in sales, you could provide the team member a 5% commission or bonus at $500 for each $10,000 that were brought in. And if that doesn't sound like enough, you are the CEO. So it's up to you to select the percentages you want to use to calculate your base bonus plan with. Now, ideally, your bonus plan can be maintained and even improved upon as your business is able to support it. So before I let you go today, I want to remind you of something my clients are learning, adopting, and putting to memory when they're hosting conversations about compensation. Here it is. It's the business is prepared to provide you a bonus in recognition of your outstanding contribution towards Project X. Did you hear what I said there? It's the business, right? The business is prepared to provide you a bonus in recognition of your outstanding contribution to Project Gold. It's not, I'd like to give you a bonus. Feel the difference? Here's why. When your team links compensation decisions to you personally, making it sound and feel like it's you that decides on how much, it removes any reference at all to the financial stability of the business. Team members need to be reminded that it's the business that can afford improvements and investments, not the CEO. You know, leadership can be exciting, challenging, and lonely at times. So don't go it alone. Let me help you create the team and the leadership structure that you've been craving. So until next time, remember, if you have a dream, you need a team. So let's get stacking yours today.